Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, hi. First of all, I would excuse in advance that I'm not native speaker of English, but I'm trying to do my best. Wait,
Sure, no problem.
yeah, wait a second. I will set up screen and we can go.
All right.
Okay, seems like everything is fine. We can start.
All right. So I guess we could start off with a little bit of history of what exactly
Yeah,
happened.
I can explain that I'm usually, like I said in private message, that I'm usually not acting like this and not writing in such provocation manner. But the history was as follows: that I had streams like I don't know for 2 years, and with only streaming in Russian for Russian community. We have Russian Discord, and was always playing not only Dungeon Defenders, but usually streaming Dungeon Defenders, and I had a lot of guides in Russian, and like year or 2 years before all this happens, and I was always talking about diversities, all that, even with even 1 and 2 years ago, I was talking about guides and about diversities, but I was doing it for Russian auditory, and only with this patch, someone told me like you can try and do it for international auditory, for English speaking and speaking auditory, and I tried this, and most of people came to my YouTube videos, and starting to state that you are like started to provoke some aggression, because all the time I wasn't even I didn't even think that someone could dispute that diversities are better than antis in DPS meanings. That I was all our community was of course like it's basics of that game, and we all know it, and we didn't mean to I don't know explain this to anyone, because we all knew this long before patch and so on, so on. But first I can show. Wait a minute, screen. I can show first comments that was exglint. If I remember it right, I will find it quickly in my YouTube. It was called exglint, some person, and he was long before I started like first videos. If I remember right, it was like boom, 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 boom. My first big video with lots of views, and I think I will find it here. Glint. Well, he first started to make big aggression, like hey, hi, we like newcomers here that you did build that is worse than anti-build like in any manner, and that was the first starting point, because I I didn't tell anyone if I call like new patch meta, it won't mean like well, it's provocation manner, but it doesn't mean that right, this build is universal for any floors and so on. But he stated like, oh, I can find it right now. Wait a second.
Well, I know whether this is like a language difference, but to me, when I hear someone claiming the new meta, then to me they are claiming that this is the new best build. So by extension, that claim would mean that this is better than anti-builds.
Yeah, I really think that it's not new meta, but for me it was like all that, like always meta for me. But this new meta, new video was my old Russian video for a new auditory, and I really think that it's meta build for me, and I share my meta build. And I can prove, and I did prove lots of aspects about that build. I'm trying to find.
So you are still claiming that it is better.
Yes. I'm still claiming that it's Wait a second.
I wasn't sure. From
the thing that I was trying to tell in our first part, that I didn't call anyone. I didn't provoke any aggression. But with some videos, one of the first videos, person called Xglint started to provoke me for big aggression, because his post was wasn't like with a good in a good manner, with a good.
Xglint does tend to be like accidentally mean, but I don't think he actually means to be mean, so I can see how this all came to be. But I think what most people were mad about is that you are claiming diverse build is, the meta is better than anti, but haven't really, consulted with the rest of the community, because for years everyone believes that anti are better. Now you suddenly pop out, and you haven't communicated that with the rest, and you suddenly tell your own audience that it's better. So that creates kind of a discrepancy between what your audience thinks.
I think
larger community.
The main problem was that you're right, that our communities were not intersecting in any manner, and then suddenly after patch. I did create this for new auditory didn't see that I was doing all that videos for my auditory, and that they saw that suddenly someone came, seasonal player, but I was playing like for 2 years before this, and making these videos long before this patch and so on. And this meta build was for me even before this nerf of antis, even before they made 40 DU cost for buff beam and so on. But this patch just made it even better, like 1.5 times and so on. And they reacted very aggressively on that. I stated that it's meta build, but it was and lots of discommunications finally resulted in our mini war, where I literally on every single video I make some provocation titles, just not because I'm such man, but because I didn't see literally what you can hear me, that I didn't see literally any evidence or any math or any
I
any.
agree. I see how it escalated, and it
Yeah,
does
yeah,
make
yeah.
sense.
And I'm like I am showing Excel, I am showing math, I'm showing practic, and they only they can. I have some people inside the official Discord. I don't need me to be there because I don't. I'm like self-sufficient Russian that I don't need anything from anyone, and I'm not touching anyone. And but when people come to my home, I react, and that's the exact thing that was I had my channel and I did what I wanted to, but suddenly didn't touch anyone from outside, but suddenly some people come to my channel, started to make rude comments, and it's just reaction to this all that strange thing that happened. Well, I think
Yeah, I can see your perspective. That makes sense that you would react that way.
I
But
cannot
yeah,
I cannot find
because
this.
there was a difference between what you were saying and the bigger community, and I think what they were mad about is that
Yeah,
you
but
you haven't communicated that with. I don't know.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah. And
we've said it
all
already.
the
It's something-
communications results in this that I don't really like what's happening right now, and I can stop it right in every second. But I had people in official Discord, and all the people were writing like only jokes or some trolling provocation sentences that I was like, can you write them? For example, Koema is my friend that is playing 900 floors right now with my diversity build, and Alex Drevny did 946, if I remember right, floor with diversities with easy, absolutely easy, and all that. Not only all that, but all that is making me sure. 100% sure that when I come to that floors, I will run through them like a knife through butter. Not like 1,000, but of course I will meet lots of hard challenges. But I'm still ready. I didn't show all my aces in my hands still yet, but because I know much more than I do show for now, and I will test all these things, and this is a huge territory of experiments for me. But all that other side was doing is just only laughing or trolling or doing some strange thing that didn't contain any math, anything, and that's exactly why I started to call someone to like you to from the whole DD2 universe to dispute with me why exactly in in a good way, like we are talking right now, why exactly they still think that anti is better or something like this. Because maybe
I am interested in your reasoning. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong somewhere, and I'm you know mathematical in my country, and I can accept that I'm wrong because I have science. I'm scientist, and I can accept if I'm wrong, but someone should prove me that I'm wrong, not by telling, lots of people, all are using antis, lots of people, our gods, our titans say that it's better, and so on, so on. I don't accept it because math doesn't work like this. Other important thing is that it's not all truths that they started right away to troll me. One of them or two joined my Discord, and I cannot talk in comments, because in comments you cannot dispute in a well way. You cannot leave images. You cannot leave. It's not an efficient way to dispute in a good way inside comments, inside text. For me, and I told them, hey, if you want to challenge me, if you want to dispute with me, go enter my Discord, exactly the same that you did right now. Go enter Discord. I'm all open to talk with you. Some of them entered my Discord and told me that I'm a fat troll and so on, and linked me Excel anti, if I remember right, anti-Excel spreadsheet where all of that was proven that they thought that was exact proofs that anti are better mathematically. But when I started to check this spreadsheet, it was wrong. I mean, for example, they used Boost Tower with Boosted Grasp and were calculating difference between anti and diversities with Boost Tower with Boosted Grasps inside. That I said that, for example, it's not a mandatory, it's not an axioma that you should use Boosted Grasp. For big results, you should use Mass Destruction, and Vampiric Boosted Grasp, for example. And if you need some crowd control on some lanes, you can use another Boost Tower with Boosted Grasp. How do you think about this? And they were like, they didn't even think about some things, but they were like, this sector properties were already revealed by that they were like, hey, we did show you that antis are better mathematically. You want it mathematically, here you go. But if you count something in Excel in a wrong way, if I found a mistake in your calculations, it won't mean that all calculations are proving something, because calculations are just numbers. They cannot prove anything by themselves.
Yeah, well, most people aren't really willing to do math to that degree because, they're probably not that interested, and they've heard experienced people say that, hey, and that's repeating that. And most of the people you will encounter are those people who aren't gonna give you anything. So I hope that today we can come to an agreement, because I also like doing math. So that sounds promising.
Yeah, and the main reason of all that dispute for first time was that I was streaming my floors. I am at low floors right now, but that's just because in previous patch I didn't accept that challenge. I know that you are Titan of Dungeon Defenders and that anyone who beat 99 floors is very experienced player, but in previous patch I didn't accept that challenge because I know, I know a lot of games like Heroes of Might and Magic, and a lot of Factorio, a lot of games where you should use strong math, strong-minded approaches. But you can I don't know if you agree with me, but my point was that in previous patch. I cannot find Xgleen's comment. I think he erased it because
He probably did. Yeah, he is like that.
And because it was so arrogant comments that I think he really did clear it, and that makes I think it's plus for him that he did it. And in previous patch. You had like almost non-brainer or Uber reflex that I will show you if you are on stream. I can show you that I did count my reflect beam damage if it wasn't nerfed. Yeah. Do you see spreadsheet? I had reflect beam with 210 defense units with frostbite tower. It's a little bit cheating technology, yeah, I know, but sometimes you can use frostbite towers inside even heavy builds. And inside 220 DU, I had 15 million damage reflect with crit chance 100 and crit damage. This, and if you count it well, if you count shattering torpedo and so on, you could have almost 1 billion DPS on reflect beam. I mean, only one reflect beam inside heavy boosted node. This means that if you spam reflect beams, for sure you lose some damage, but antis are better. You should take me right that antis are better in the manner you all did that high floors, because you didn't use buff beams, because you didn't use boosted hours.
No, we did use buff beams and frostbite and all of that.
Yeah, no,
I have my spreadsheet too, by the way, so I'm sure.
I mean that when you have several clones of each non-unique clone of any given defense lowers diversity points, diversity to anti, because anti doing the better and better if you are using more clones, first of all, and all that high floors will, like, if you put more reflect beams, not every time. I agree that you use lots of like fishing ranged dragon lane, or fishing or killing petrifying flyer lanes, and so on. But most of time you just place a lot of reflect beams that are doing great damage by themselves without any boost, and that are crowd control, that have simultaneously best crowd control, best AOE, because they don't have 10 limit 10 of 10 given units, and best and huge damage at the same time. So I didn't accept the challenge that I didn't want that game, because I know that there are lots of other challenges in different other games, like WoW, like Dota, and so on, that I wanted more. That this challenge that I already understand, and is understandable, and just a matter of time. I don't know. But now, after patch, I immediately want to complete 99 floors with diversity build, with my build. It's my build. It's not diversity. It's my build. Was all the time, like 2 years ago. I do same way, absolutely same build, even without patch. Maybe without buff beams, but still, and so on. So now it's absolutely a challenge, and interesting challenge, because as far as I know, no one did beat again all the floors, all the high floors, and that's I'd reset table leaderboard if I be game designer, but it's okay, it's up to them. But because right now it's not completely, but another game anyways. So all that problem, I was taking statement that all that problems before was that because I was showing my meta builds in my early videos without any single defense upgraded to house 8. And my numbers were like not very high, and a lot of people were like, ha, you are showing that it's meta build with such low numbers, like my one trap or one flame aura is better than yours with antis and so on. But all that problem and all that smile went off from these people when I upgraded everything, and when I did 2 billion flame aura stream. It's not about 2 billion, but that stream was all about increasing DPS in any way you can. And in terms of DPS, diversities are always absolutely better in any mathematical or any way that you can count. And after I upgraded my all my fine-tuned and upgraded all my relics, people forgot their statements that we were talking that antis are better in terms of DPS. So historically, after they started trolling me, they started stating that even in terms of pure DPS, your diversity are still worse. And after that, all that war comes to about DPS, not about build historically. I mean, so after this statement, after I stated about my meta build, they started to challenge me that in terms of pure DPS, antis are better, and that's the main thing that I did break in their minds with all my diversity DPS guide. So it's my later builds, later guides are not about best meta build, but they are about DPS. That in terms of DPS diversities are absolutely better. But I don't know what exact build I will use in my future. I do propose that I will still try and use diversity builds on very high floors, because, for example, my friend Alex Drevny did 9 point. 1 second. 9 4.
Right, yeah, I understand. So
Yeah, because he did beat high floors, 9-4-6 floor with diversities, and I think I don't see right now. From this state, with these low floors, I don't see real big trouble that I can go step into with diversity build. But still, I think that it's possible, and maybe after these floors, maybe I will lack some crowd control, and in some cases, for example, if you use different copies, of course you lose. Diversities start to be worse and worse and worse if you use more and more unique defenses in terms of DPS. But for now, I don't see this. From this state, I don't see this yet.
right, so let's discuss the math then.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I have done my own calculations, and I did not come to the same conclusion. For me, hang on.
Yeah.
I have created, first of all, because I don't have ancient powers, I don't have resets. So first of all, I've created a build that I can confirm in game, and that was explosive trap dealing 92 million DPS on diversity build and 114 million DPS on anti build.
You mean that you don't have without ancient powers, and if you're playing solo, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that was solo too.
Yeah, no.
And then
yeah.
I've tried to recreate the build from that we've shown in your video, where all I can see is DPS damage and crit damage.
Yeah.
And definitely used 4 radiant powers and 4 radiant critical powers, because otherwise it's impossible to get that damage. And the maximal DPS possible that I've seen that is possible with diversity build is 769 million DPS. So it's slightly higher than, I guess you were missing, I don't know what, a mod or something.
No. I had 749 with 210 DU or 200 DU. What do you mean? Which?
It's the exact same build as you have in your. In your build. I'm gonna send you the. It's the video that you. Hang on. Where's chat? How can I send you something on Discord? I'm gonna send you on DMs.
You can send it. Proton Beam or MFR, like I have in my account. This one. Let's go further. Power Boost Tower.
Yeah, that's the one that intrigued me, because you already explained why the title is so aggressive. So that's fine. So I looked at the Explosive Trap and Fissure of Embermount. I'm not sure why you're using the Fissure, because I'm pretty sure Flame Auras deal more DPS than Fissures, but I can get to that later.
No, I can explain, by the way. Fissure, for now, I probably will use 3 times diversity in the end. But for now, for me, when I am playing S4, almost all enemies are leaking. Bosses, I mean, not enemies, but bosses are leaking, and because I'm lazy, I don't wanna just if they leak, they will wipe me in often very much amount of times, and Ember Flames with Ember Fissure with Ember Flames mod will just I have guaranteed that they will die, because right now with my build I can make 150 million Ember Flames with right Boost Aura with mass destruction, with right buff beam with mass destruction, and so on. So wait a second, I will buff. Okay. Yeah, that explosive trap. It's the same build. You mean 210 DU, and I had,
yeah, exactly
I
the
had
same defenses, Ultra 5.
Yeah, and did you have a vampiric inside your trap?
Oh, I use the highest possible DPS build. So if you want, we can like jump in game and I can share screen.
No. I mean, you said you had 749, right? Million.
769,370,715 DPS.
769 on trap.
Yes.
Yeah, and
yes. I haven't. I cannot test that in game because I don't have ancient powers and all the perfect relics. But that's what my spreadsheet says. That your build could reach.
I see, spreadsheet.
And anti still gets higher.
You mean that with antis you'd have 779 here?
With antis, I get 822 million
822
DPS.
Well, we can recheck your spreadsheet if you want. Because if if your spreadsheet is doing well, my practical numbers are 707, but it's with destruction, mass destruction.
So what I think, because this is a very complicated spreadsheet, I can just screen share it to you if you want.
Yeah.
But what we probably could do is, because I don't want to show all of the equations, there's like a lot of them.
Yeah, no, what but we can save our time, because I already have. Wait a second.
What I meant to say is we could jump in game and like assemble a random build, like
we can.
I can type that into my spreadsheet and see whether the numbers check out.
Okay. I can. I can right now jump into the game and reassemble that build. Okay, let's make it. But I already did this. Wait a second.
Because now I will show you all of the math behind it, but probably will be boring on stream. So there should be at least some game open. For now, we can practically check my spreadsheet and then see that, the numbers. And if you want, then we can talk about the equations and stuff.
No, I cannot.
And I'm pretty sure I've already seen in your equations that you haven't accounted for like everything, because Frostbite doesn't really buff exactly how you counted it, I think. Unless you just collected numbers, you haven't actually, abstractly multiplied all of those numbers, just taken them from the game.
Yeah, if you do, you see my my screen? Do you see my screen?
I mean, the stream is delayed by like 10 seconds, so.
Yeah, what I have, I had a test on 200 DU, and I didn't cheat anywhere. I did use it without 4 times Radiance, 4 times this heroes, I don't remember, Radiant Power and so on. And when you use in this video is absolutely without any cheats and so on. I can repeat it anytime, and anyone can repeat it with full ancient powers and so on. That Ember One Flames are still better even in 200
Okay. We can get to Embermount Flames later, because I'm gonna put that on my list, because that is a completely different mod. Let's, I think for now, let's try to actually jump in game and see the spreadsheet. I can just share you my screen because I'm not sure what you plan on doing right now. There it is. I think it should be showing that screen. Yep, the window. It's a big spreadsheet.
My first question is: did you absolutely did you test this spreadsheet in many times that your spreadsheet is correct?
I have tested the spreadsheet extensively, and at the bottom I have actually accuracy. If you don't count rounding, because the game DPS counter and damage counter rounds numbers down, I haven't figured out exactly where it rounds those numbers down. So the discrepancy between real damage is, I have that at the bottom. Error margin is 0.000001207%.
Okay, let's
so
check.
If you have 1 billion DPS, my spreadsheet could be wrong by 120 DPS. I should probably hang on, I can copy this to a new spreadsheet and then just share the link.
Okay, mass destruction. The one flames and trap. Trap was with mass destruction, fire for effect, and defense rate, critical chance, critical damage. So we can start.
Hang on, we'll collect the data in a second. For now, I'm trying to share the spreadsheet.
Okay, wait. I will put my builds. And the main problem, by the way, was that on my stream before that in some cases antis did better results. Was the exact reason was that I did use 4 times radial critical power that increase critical chance by 20%, and because antis don't have 40% critical chance, and the more you increase critical chance, the more anti start to be better, you know, and that's why if you remove 4 times critical chance, diversity, because diversity is already having 100%.
You mean critical chance shard?
No, radiant critical power inside boosts, which increase both critical damage and critical chance. But critical chance is already 100% in all my builds. And that means that diversity is not getting benefits from this critical power, critical chance part, but is getting.
No, it does get a huge benefit from the critical.
No.
Damage.
It's getting worse if you put it. I mean, if you're really if you really wanna see a difference between two builds, that you shouldn't use like Radiant Power and Radiant Critical Power, but I do use them, and if you wanna make big, huge DPS output, for sure you will use Radiance as well. But the more you use these shards, the better entities are starting to be according to in comparison with diversities. That's what I did miss in my first part of the game. Okay, trap.
What I'm getting here is again. Hang on,
I'm just making
non-ancient power spreadsheet.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see our DPS.
That's a 230
Yeah.
setup. You weren't using the
Yeah, right now I do
and
have
the frostbite.
101 and 32. Let's upgrade everything. Probably I did non-accurate build that can result that something is not getting any buff, but we shall see now. Normally on my video I did the best fit as I can understand it right now. Let's see. No. Yeah, something is wrong. Wait a minute. Critical chance 300. 200. Just a second.
So right now you're recreating the build from the video?
Yeah. So we
All
can
right.
be absolutely accurate. Okay, Dun, 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 dun. Something is wrong. Boost tower? Ah, boost tower. Yeah, like I said, that I did some non-accurate. That you can see that I have more DPS right now. I don't remember that I had more amount of DPS. That so
No, this
seven to
is. I think
five.
this is pretty close.
So 7 to 5, and we can recheck your spreadsheet with these numbers. And 241. Wait a
Now
second.
we're getting 725.
Wait a second.
The thing is,
246 or something strange. And
I don't know
Ember
exactly what
Flames
mod
is
shards, etc. you have.
huh? What? 725. Wait a second. We will recheck. Mass destruction, defense rate, yeah. And sure, for some reason, for sure, have lower amount. Mass destruction, flames. 241 for sure, for some reason it's lower than in video, but trap is 7 to 5. Okay, so let's our measurement will count from explosive trap. So what do you need from me?
Literally everything. I'm gonna make. You have access to the spreadsheet. I also posted the link to the chat. The spreadsheet that I'll be using now, just in case you want to open it on another monitor. I don't know. I'm gonna name the page test, and now I can literally input everything you're using, which is your relic, your mods, shards, ascension, etc.
Yeah, ascensions are all kept, and relics.
Yeah, that's
I can show my relics here, and
69,
you want me to input
2 of max and 302. All right. I guess. Do you have Gambit maxed out?
Can you? Well, okay. Let's do like follows. I will show you screen, and you can paste it.
Yeah. All right.
Because I'm from other PC, I should make screenshot and so on. So let's make it this way. Как передать? Yeah, and proton is of course destructive pylon. It doesn't matter. Reflect beam doesn't matter. We are using them just for diversity. Boost aura. Wait a second. Надо что-то сделать. Don't you know how to watch screenshots of my friend in Steam? His library.
I think you can just paste them with Control V. But Steam is kind of, I don't know, Steam Messenger is kind of bad. So we may have to try multiple times to send the screenshot. You could log into Discord on other, PCs and just send it directly.
Yeah.
Because you can be logged into the same account on multiple computers. Discord is fine with that.
Okay. Discord. Then is okay.
I should mention, because I don't have ancient powers, I cannot confirm two parts of the equations that I have, which are I've gotten them from Xglint, basically. I know you don't like him, but he did make the original equations, and I've reconfirmed them later myself.
Yeah, but what? Let's ask. I don't know.
So I'm not 100% sure on.
Can you
ancient
clarify
destruction
what
and ancient
exactly are we
multiplication.
doing right now? We are making your math. We are checking is your math is okay right now.
Yeah,
with your
my
calculations.
idea was to make sure that the spreadsheet, is doing
Yeah. Okay.
correct
Yeah.
calculation.
Okay.
You could assemble any random build. Doesn't have to be
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the video.
Yeah.
It can be any build, and we will type it into the spreadsheet, and we will have it
Yeah. Okay.
see whether it's accurate. If now I'm saying I'm not 100% sure on ancient powers, so it would. If it's off, we could reset your, for 200 medals, ancient power buffs, and then compare, because then I'm sure it will be accurate.
But
Although I don't think it's gonna be off, because I really, it's not gonna be. I don't think those equations are really that wrong from Xglint.
О, неужели? Да. Отлично. Окей. Да. 75. Да, Oh, okay. I found another way. Okay, so that's my Bustaura.
Oh, in there, okay. I thought on in DMs. Wait, that's a screenshot of your Postura in game.
It's not
like
screenshot,
direct.
it's right now, right online.
Oh, okay.
It's restream of video from that.
If we're just confirming the spreadsheet, you don't have to use all 4 accounts. It would be faster if you just, showed just the one account or whatever you want.
I cannot because I should have at least 4 mass destructions for my builds.
All right. If it's confirming the spreadsheet, it doesn't have to be the best build, but if you want to do that, sure. So what's okay? Now I can see on stream your booster, but oh, you recorded this? You didn't make a screenshot?
It's it's restream right now, right here.
606 and the health 500. Oh, that's one of max. And then, yep, that's the optimal mod setup.
Yeah. Okay. So
the same shards, I assume.
Absolutely same in and the important thing is that I use empiric empowerment means that I do use ascension. Yeah. So 2000 ascension inside Boost Tower. Okay.
I'm not doing the calculation manually. I'm just typing it into the spreadsheet. It does account for all of that stuff. So don't worry.
I see. Wait a second. I will.
Path beam, I guess, would be next.
I forgot all that. I was preparing all that stream for my stream. I did use a little it, but like people are don't trust me that I was using online streams from all my PCs right here, right now. So
right.
I'm not. So that's second buff beam. It's much easier because we.
I mean, buff beam is exactly the same.
No, not
from
exactly,
the
because
beam shard.
instead of vampiric we have boosted beam. Yeah, but
Yeah, exactly.
Others is exactly the same. You don't have to have high defense health roll here, but I was thinking before patch I was preparing buff beam with vampiric empowerment. Oh, it didn't have ascension health inside it, but I still thought that vampiric is better, and better than critical damage shard. Yeah.
Yeah. What about the pet? Actually, I've been skipping pets, but you don't have to record those because those are minor.
Pets? What?
Yeah.
What pets? Yeah. Pets are all defense power, defense health on everyone.
349 on all of them.
No, I'm not. Yeah, thank you for that. You find my weakness of fine tune that I should reroll. No, you can write. Well, Boost Aura is 342 defense power and 333 defense health.
Okay.
And this is 347 defense power and 329 defense health.
Again, because it cut off.
347. It's buff beam. Buff beam. 347 defense power and defense health 329.
Okay.
Okay, so and my stats are trap. Let's talk about trap. I do show it inside or either stream or you can watch it inside Discord. Or I did miss my Discord translation.
Okay, so also frostbite.
Yeah, and frostbite is I think not fine-tuned in one aspect, that it have vampiric empowerment, and means it have defense health, of course. When you talk about vampiric power, it have power server instead of buff power.
Yeah,
but
of course.
I think it's it should be better because it's at least buffed by either destructive pylon or boost aura or buff beam, and some of them should.
Pylon actually doesn't count as a buff, but it is buffed by booster, etc. So I also, the most optimal build is diverse power, buffed, and power.
Yeah, you're right. I know this, but I didn't come to this yet. It's I think it's still enough even with this frostbite. But I do agree. And here I have almost optimal defense health bottom roll.
Yeah, it's free of max. What about the pet on frostbite?
What?
The pet on frostbite.
Pot. Yeah, pet. 328 defense health, 322 defense power.
Wait, okay.
So we can check trap DPS, right? And we have 4 times Radiance Gilded and 4 times Radiant Critical Power.
Yep. That's what I've already typed that in before because I've assumed that.
Yeah. I think
do we have everything? I think we're missing the pet on the explosive trap, and we can do fissure later if you want.
Pet 335 defense power, 339 defense health.
Right, and you're using mass destruction and distraction.
Yeah, of course. It's mandatory. It's only was exception for reflect beam where you lack or where you can't use mass destruction. Otherwise, you lose damage. If you don't, if
Well,
you use
for explosive traps, the structure is actually not the best one because you have fire for effect,
yeah,
which
I
adds
have, I have,
51% DPS.
I have fire for
But it's
effect.
not good for tooltip damage. It's not good for showing up. So yeah.
Yeah, I could use 3 times diversity.
Oh wait, you have raid in the. Okay, so I used a different build. Hang on.
Yeah, I might state that you can use higher tooltip DPS with 3 times diversities, with vampiric, let's say, no, defense rate somewhere, with mass destruction, defense rate, and 3 times diversities. But for real DPS, I didn't make like just tooltip DPS. I did make my builds with just showing big numbers, and of course I did count that fire for effect should be inside, like I have here, and this is optimal for any build because you have mass destruction, and fire for effect, and diverse power is not as much because we have like wait a second, we have like. We have like more than 200,000 defense power boost only from one buff beam, and even more because its tooltip is wrong if you are not the character that builds this tower. It's 220,000 DPS. Wait, I will show you. Wait a second. And this means that diverse power is not making such big effect.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I'm usually boosting, or everywhere I'm usually boosting 220,000 on the tooltip of owner of this buff beam. And if I am looking, my tooltip is wrong. My tooltip is less, and that's why I usually advise diverse critical chance, diverse critical damage, and that's all. And diverse power could be on LSA, and literally, and some hornets, maybe dryads things, but most of time you need more shards and just diverse critical chance, diverse critical damage. But for LSA, for big numbers, yeah, you could use 3 times diversity. That's still. If I put, by the way, I can put and show you that if I put 3 times diversity, it will be not very big, not very great increase in DPS. Wait a second.
I have a triple. No, of course it's not bigger. That's.
Wait a second. We shall test it right now. We will have like 10 persons maybe or less. Mass destruction, defense rate, 3 times diversity. Yeah. It's so little. Like I said, that diverse power is absolutely non-needed. Like we had 725 and 757. It's less than some persons. Well, it's awful. But that's exactly why I do like fire for explosive trap very much because it have fire for effect. It's great shard that increases pure DPS 1.5 times. So what's your spreadsheet shows right now? 725.
Yeah, I don't have exactly the ancient power probably. Currently I'm getting 109 million damage and you're getting 111, 112 I think. It's slightly lower.
What you mean attack damage or what?
Yeah, damage. DPS is 737 on me and 725 on. Why is it higher?
737. Maybe I don't know. No. So your calculation Excel DPS is higher than mine, than 725, right? So it means maybe you
Yeah.
use something more perfect that I do, like perfect pets stats or perfect, I don't know. So I don't have really perfect everything. That if you will have perfect everything, that you will have like 7 your numbers, maybe like this.
No, because I did input your pets and your relic numbers. Maybe I've skipped the
Ah,
relic.
I see. What's
That's it.
your
That's
critical
very
damage
minor.
inside your spreadsheet? Is it
Oh, I
for?
think that 319.75
Yeah,
percent.
yeah.
I mean, you have the link to the spreadsheet. You can open it because that's the one I'm working on right now. You can see all the numbers changing in real time if I change something. What? Okay, no, you did have perfect mods in your Frostbite.
What? I shall show you frostbite, right? Again.
Oh, it's
Maybe you use
oh yeah,
buff chip.
it's delayed.
Maybe you use buff chip instead of powered servo inside frostbite.
Hang on, I could temporarily delete a bunch of columns because they are not needed. There we go, and now we have diverse ET. That's the column that.
What? Where should I, by the
Yeah.
way, see my?
Oh, hang on, my power servo is even lower than that. 6105. I typed in 5555. You have
Mhm.
unique power in your Frostbite?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's the difference, I guess. I have diverse power in the Frostbite.
I have
Uh,
both diverse and unique.
I don't even have a place in the spreadsheet to input unique because you don't really use that in normal builds. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
add that to
yeah.
buff power.
I understand
Okay,
that we
what
can
was the
use
number on unique?
19980.
19980.
19980.
I will just add that to power servo.
But it will only increase your calculation DPS, isn't? And
Yeah.
it's already more than my real numbers here. So some
You don't have. Oh, you do have diverse power. Hang on. No,
yeah,
this is
Dealer's
not
power,
right.
nuclear power, and buff. Oh, not sorry,
Unique
and
and
power.
power.
But should
Right.
use
So
buff power.
I'm gonna add that instead of buffed power. There we go. Buffed chip. Because both are, I think, perfectly additive. Yeah, that did increase my DPS, of course.
Diverse power, yeah.
What do you have? I think, I mean, if everything else is all right, then it's probably the ancient powers I've been talking about. So if
Ancient
you
powers,
could
you mean
just,
I have 10 out of 10 everywhere.
yeah, exactly, but I don't know the exact math for them.
Ah,
So if you could,
you're telling that either they count before or after some buffs and so on, yeah? So exact maths?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I haven't confirmed those.
yeah, I see.
So what we could do is first confirm that every other number is right. And then we could, if you want, you could reset the ancient powers on your character. That's like 200 medals per
Yeah,
character.
yeah, okay, I have. So you wanna make
Send you a link to the
exact
send it
same
back.
build
So it's not.
without ancient powers, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean the 999
just for
cap
you,
can
just for
stay.
test.
So
Okay,
just
I'm not for that. Okay, wait a second. We become that it's just for community that can use these spreadsheets in further. Anyways, okay, so we reset our powers. Okay.
Unless you don't have radiant power gilded on all the heroes, I don't know. I did
No,
count
no,
4 heroes of 14% buff.
no. Okay, 1, 2. a second. Didn't. Okay, so last final. You have confirmed 5 ancient powers or 0. So I should make 0, right?
Yeah, 0 would be the best.
Okay, so no ancient powers. And let's check. Yeah. 609. No ancient powers.
I mean, they're all 5.
609. What do you have right now without ancient powers?
Oh, because the stream is delayed. Okay, yeah, now you don't have. DPS 619 DPS. It's still higher. Why is it higher? What have we missed?
Buff beam. Did you count that I have everything upgraded to T5, even frostbite, buff beam?
You can. I mean, you can open the spreadsheet and check yourself.
I cannot find anywhere there. And let's check if you want numbers on buff beam. Maybe you miss some buff beam characteristic. Don't you? What do you want? Wait a second.
Oh yeah, we could check those. We can't really see anything with frostbite. I mean, you could open the buff beam, I guess.
You mean tooltip or stats?
Yeah, because I do have tooltips for those.
Okay, so buff beam is without any ancient powers is 202,000 defense power bonus. It's not clear here. I will. And defense critical damage bonus is 58.5%. 58.5%.
Yeah.
And defense power is 202,000.
I have 204,000. Did you maybe you miss a little bit on diversity, on diverse mods, because we placed them far.
You mean buff beam is not getting any diversity? Wait a second.
No, I mean maybe some of your defenses are not because they're far. I haven't looked exactly at how you build, so
wait a second.
I'm not sure whether that's the case.
1, 2, 3, 4. I
The
think that
really delayed,
the only possible is that buff beam is not getting diversity from frostbite. The only possible thing, but I really don't think that it's true because they have. Wait a second, I will check. No, it should get it because wow. Wait a second. Again. Am I right that diversity range is radius is 1000, like flame aura without, right?
Yes.
Okay, so possibly if you watch my stream, that possibly that's the only reason, yeah. That okay, I will try to replace. Okay, we don't need actually Ember Mount for now. I will place it like closer. Okay. Maybe that's the reason, yeah. Ёпта. Так. Testing stream. No, still 609. So yeah, and the buff beam is same 202,000 defense power bonus and defense critical damage 58.5%. And boost aura. Let's check boost aura. Boost aura is.
Sure.
Wait a second.
Should be saying critical damage, but no way, it's higher. 6825.
No. It's 58.5. Maybe it's not for now. It's absolutely 100%. Everything is placed here, and 100%. Everything is getting every.
Yeah, I can't see that on the stream yet because there's a delay.
No, I can assure you that I did place everything like in one grep.
No, I mean I can see the booster total.
Okay, let's see. Let's check Bustaura. Bustaura is absolutely getting every single buff because it's placed right in the middle of everything. Okay, defense power is 118,000 on Bustaura, and defense critical damage bonus is higher than buff beam, is 68.25%.
68.25, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why buff beam is lower, but it's the fact it's lower.
Weird. I could try to type in 202,000.
Yeah, you can write my numbers. Yeah. I think that that's the reason that I think that they miss something, must mismatch some calculations with buff beam, and that's the exact reason. Because as you can see, we have 200 defense power on buff beam and only 116,000 power on boost aura. Means that it's something strange. But normally it have literally same mods, shards, and buff beam cannot be that 2 times higher defense power. So it's.
But the thing is, I've been getting exact same numbers in my game. I could show you this in my game if you want. We could check that.
Oh, I have one option left. I will rebuild. Wait a second. I will rebuild. Well, beam maybe this is.
Because I mean, it's probably not here. It's probably something we typed something in wrong, or there is a problem. But if it's a problem, then we won't fix it now. But if the spreadsheet is right and we typed in something wrong, then I think it would be nice to confirm all of the relics, etc.
Okay.
I'm gonna put that into the build, a similar build in my game, and then put the numbers into the spreadsheet.
Super slow.
Oh yeah, I already have that.
Трэпа нет, господи. Что не понял. Да, ё-моё, зачем я продал? Трэп. Ага. У нас... Okay, I did rebuild. No, I have exact same 609 and 200.
Yeah, I don't think rebuilding would help.
No. So I don't know what. By the way, if you rebuild it at your own, you cannot rebuild it at your own because we need mass destruction inside Bustaura, mass destruction inside Buff Beam, and mass destruction inside Trap. So you need at least 3 mass destructions to repeat this.
I'm not building the same thing, but I'm building a build, and I'm typing in exactly my build.
You mean that with your builds, your math
is what I have to gain.
Yeah. Well, let's try your build. Can you remove 4 times Radiance and 4 times Radiant Powers so we should check it with without. So we,
Sure.
you know, like in science, we should remove one by one step by step, and see where our numbers will be the same as.
I mean, I think it would be faster for now if you double checked all of the relics that you, because you know you can pull them up easily on your other computer, other accounts. Just look at them, look at the spreadsheet, and see whether they
Okay,
are the
so
same.
where
You don't have to
these
show
relics?
everything. I don't know if you see my cursor inside the spreadsheet.
So, what page are you in right now? Test?
Yes, test.
Test, okay. Yeah, I see. Relic,
Yeah, so on top you have the name of the tower, explosive trap, frostbite, blah, blah, blah. And here you have
it seems very, wait a second. Boost, above beam. Okay, boost tower is, boost tower, above beam is, doesn't matter. Frostbite tower, yeah. And, what means diversity? Trap? Trap. Explosive trap. 38302. 38302. Yeah, correct. Yeah, correct. What should I recheck? Relics are fine, all fine. So what should we recheck?
Pets, mass destruction.
Did you use radiant power inside your build, solo build?
At the bottom, actually, over here, you have radiant power and stuff.
No, I mean,
And
your math. Did your math work with your defense critical radiant power and
yes,
radiant shark? Yeah. Well, but now we know that all ancient powers gives us. Wait a second. 75. Almost 20% of damage. So almost 10% per one ancient powered guy. 19%. So that's huge buff, by the way.
the ancient powers though give like 20%.
Wait, while you think, I will read a little chat if you don't mind.
Sure.
Okay. I'm late. Yeah, sorry everyone that I did some work today. It was late. Let's go. How long? I like your tutorials in English because I can't understand Russian. Someone beat 99 with double trap, double proton type build. The real challenge comes from the temples. Do you know something about this? Is it real that someone did beat 99 after patch? I didn't hear anything.
No, I'm not really catching up with the news, so could be true. Probably people have tried. I'm not 100% sure where it happened, but probably.
Привет, Айда моба бить уже. What do you think of the idea using 2 proton beams, using Earth Server and other proton use poison to get the petrified to do higher floors? I don't know Random Persson do it. Yeah, that's usual. I didn't tell about it, but it's common and usual build that I wanted to make another guide about. But there are tons of, guys, there are tons of different builds. The main thing I was right now trying to tell everyone that diversity in terms of DPS, diversities are better, and that I will try to beat the game with DPS, even headstrong lanes. I will try to beat on high floors, even headstrong lanes, at least try and see what happens. But right now, I did for my equations, I did prove that diversities in terms of DPS are better, and for me, absolutely, meta build is a diversity build for now in any terms. But you can use double protons, you can use PDT shutter, by the way, and I will post a video soon where I have 500 million DPS shutter plus PDT. So diversities open different possibilities, different diversity possibilities for different kind of builds. That double proton is absolutely good idea, and the double trap, double proton, you can use them. Yeah, I didn't make a video about it, but it's all in future. Can you please play the game and show us in game? Well, I'm in game now. Maybe it was an hour ago. I will use different modes for meta comparison of anti-resistance for high floors. Even in chat there was still person that, hey, you didn't prove us that diversities are better, and so on. Still. Oh, there was a lot of talking. And some people were answering while we were talking. Okay, so Random, are you here?
Yeah.
So
How about we go for now? I will screen share you my game, and then we'll check that it matches in my game, and then you can, say that, hey, use a different relic, and then we'll type that into spreadsheet and check that.
You mean you will stream it inside Discord, right? You can
yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm ready to watch your stream.
Applications DD2. Oh, I think I chose a low quality.
It's okay. It's all fine.
No, hang on. Screen.
Hello.
How about this? Maybe that's better.
Yep. So you wanna make another build that have same numbers as your calculations?
Yeah, because for now, let's confirm that with at least at some point the numbers are accurate. Because now I'm getting stressed that people in the chat gonna be like, "Boo! This guy doesn't know."
No. I really want that equation sheet, that great work to do that anyone can use in future, and that's a great job. If we find some mistakes there, so it's okay.
Yeah, because I've extensively tested this, and I really sad that it doesn't work. So I don't have a proper, I have a full diversity relic. So that's what I'm gonna be using. Is it in the spreadsheet? It's in the third page on the spreadsheet, by the way. And I think I have this build typed in. So I'm gonna yoink.
Oh yeah, I see.
Distraction.
790. Oh, 790.
And I'm not gonna use fire for effect, so we're gonna...
Yeah, okay. 790.
Let's go straight, I guess. Let's go with this. So this is at least the defense power.
It doesn't matter, but you have defense health there. Like, it does matter, yeah? Okay.
Hang on, because I haven't typed in. I will lower the defense rate, defense health, but it doesn't matter. That is true.
790, yeah.
There we
okay,
go.
I see.
We have Gambit, minus 1.5 thousand. Everything else is maxed out.
Yeah.
Anything else? I don't have destruction typed in. 1.42. And yeah, and 3 diversity servos. So I guess we could just look at this for now. I'm gonna disable all of the buffs. And diversity.
No, I don't see your...
Still higher. It's tier 5. Okay, now it's tier 1. And I think everything is accurate. I don't have the boot shard on the Ardent shard. And the spreadsheet says 864, 970 base damage, which you can see on the dummy is exactly that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the damage is over here. So this is right. Maybe I should explain the spreadsheet first, so that you can find everything more easily. I have accounted for 3 different defenses. That's why there are columns G, I, and K.
No, it's okay. So, I understand. You don't need to explain.
And the green over here, the green damage is tooltip DPS. And here below we have actually accurate DPS without rounding. So here we have damage, crit damage.
Where we have exact DPS without rounding? Below?
At the bottom here.
Okay. Yeah, okay, nice.
So we're not gonna be using that when confirmed with the game, because in-game is rounded, but I still have it because it looks nice.
Okay, it's can you put both buff beam and boost aura, and we can see?
Yeah. Boost aura has this build with both primary and secondary max. I'm gonna try to type that into the spreadsheet.
You use boosted grasp and range, yeah. It's
I used range, but for a very
I know. I mean, it's already meme for our community. When when you measure DPS and use boost aura with boosted grasp.
I mean, this is a realistic build.
I understand. I understand.
If you want,
I understand. But no. You can use whatever you like. I mean, when you, especially when your enemies are like lady orcs that are immune to slow, it's especially very interesting build and so on.
Yeah, but stuff of like lava guardians also tend to get through.
Yeah. But everyone is with 2 billion. Almost every single big bosses are with 2 billion, and lava guardians, as I understand, is the least threat the main threat are like Lady Orcs and I don't know Kushikaze lanes and so on. And massive.
Yeah. I've gotten used to just rerolling Kursi on like 950
Yeah.
because
I
you're gonna
understand
do that anyways.
Yeah. It's
eventually.
like in
is,
Diablo,
without
like in Diablo,
reset-
100 plus floor fishing, you fish for right combinations. Yeah, I understand this.
The thing is, without resets, for me, a lot of normal mobs get through too. So the grasp is actually helping.
Yeah. I do use grasp, but more for fly lanes. I have like 2 monks, and one with pure support. I call it support. Either I have DPS boost aura and support boost aura. Full support boost aura is like a boosted grasp 3 times range, like deadly. I forgot how to tell it. Hyper shard on range and range, so I can slow like flyer lanes a lot and so on. And sometimes if you want, you can slow and ground enemies, but most of the time you need to slow like flyer lanes if you don't want to petrify and drop down, and sometimes you cannot do this and so on, or sacrifice you or protect or downgrade something to these kobolds and so on. I found that for now I most if you are playing S4, or for me, if I am playing S4, boosted grasp that won't give me anything, because most of bosses and enemies are headstrong. They are literally headstrong. Like any captain, any Varbor, any Quibble are running. Despite their mods, they are running through my defenses like they're like they're headstrong, and the only thing that can help me right now is either I put right at round 4-1, either I put like training dummy or some blockade, or I should make Ember One Flames. Ember One Flames are guarantees me that they will burn down and die. Right now at any floor. Right now I am at 400 floors, and almost and soon I will have captains and bosses with 2 billion health. That is cap, and my main point right now is that if you have and we have a cap of 2 billion, you must you have chance to increase your DPS with diversities. In such high state that will overcap these 2 billion. I mean, like this, I really wanna rise to 900 floors and test it, because I really trust in that idea. Because right now I have just one Ember One Flames, 1.150 million Ember One Flames. If I upgrade it with my boost aura, with my mass destruction fine-tuned boost aura, with my mass destruction buff beam, and when I place just Ember One Flames, 180 DU per lane or 200 DU per lane, every single mob and every single boss with 2 billion, even with 2 billion health, are dying, and even if they're headstrong.
The thing is, diversity build isn't bad. It's close, but it's, according to my math at least, it's not better than 2 antis. Because when you have
we right now let's make like this, because I need to go and walk with my daughter soon, and let's make like this. We can make like another portion of spreadsheet tests. I'm all up to configure with it, but for now we did find that your spreadsheet have some miscalculations according to my real and that's first, and in my real situation, I don't have like situation that can fit for everyone, because I have 8 mass distractions. I have I have perfect everything, and for sure it's not like every people can have right now at right here, and that's not it, and that's not the thing that can work for everyone on high floors, because on high floors we all know that you should drop at least one player because all enemies are headstrong and so on. So but in my position right now I still have I did already tested thing that wait a second.
And not all enemies get headstrong, only the 3 to 4 bosses.
Yeah.
Everything else is
I
fine
understand.
for
I understand
players.
this as well. And I already tested that. I am showing on stream that even at 200 DU, I still have in my real math, not in Excel. I did just swap in this video will be 200 DU. I did swap explosive trap and Embermouth flames in 200 DU build with empty but same house 8 relics, and count it like they are 2 times diversity, and counted it with in Excel that still have less damage.
Yeah, I've seen that video, and I don't remember the details, but there was definitely something wrong there.
No, it's not wrong. I didn't cheat anywhere because I didn't use like radiance. I didn't lose anything.
No, you probably missed something. Can you link me that video?
Yeah. I'm
look it over later.
Yeah, you can show. Yeah, and so my point right now is that let's find some miscalculations. I can help you, and I'm up to make another like stream, or maybe just we can call each other and make it not on stream. It's okay. And but for now, for me and for my calculations, I did a test and show everything without any cheat properties, like like I didn't use even trap. I could use trap with 3 times diversities, but I didn't do this, and so on and so on. So I did use everything without any cheat.
Yeah, I mean, I actually double checked that.
Yeah, you can. And our second meeting will be like you can check this. You can ask me something about this video. But in this video, I can ensure you that I did 0 mistakes, absolutely for sure, and I can recheck calculations. Wait a second. And my calculations show that flames that all they are very near, but still worse than even in pure math. But I have another video that you I think saw where I explain 5. Oh, wait a second. Where I explain wait a second, 5 paragraphs why antis are worse than diversity. 6 paragraphs. Yeah, we have in wiki this, and I will copy this as well. And I will slowly and where I slowly step by step explain that. For example, antis are reggy, and even if you count antis like stride multiplier like 2.56, or sorry, after nerf like 1.46, if 1 anti and 2.13, if you have 2 anti and 3.11, if you have 3 antis, if you even count like this, it's still worse or equal in inside 200 DU. But you won't have even these numbers, because if you count real cases, and like lots of enemies like have not even 3 types of enemies, like javelin throwers are ranged, and you cannot make 3 times diversity versus them. Even if you type anti-ranged and controlled, you will still have only 2 antis, but will.
That's why I'm counting 2 antis. Yeah.
Yeah. And in the lots of situations you cannot count 3, but you can most of times you can count 2 because you have controlled. But if you place like one relic with three entities or 2 entities, like okay, let's say 3 entities, it will cover, like you should really count integral with like it will work. 2 entities will work for 10% of enemies, 1 entity will work for 20% of enemies, and 3 entities will work for 3% of enemies. And if you count in weighted integral, you will see that I did randomly count it, like 1 entity works versus almost 1%, 100% of enemies. 2 entities are working for approximately 20% of enemies. It can be even half enemies, and 3 entities are working like 10% of enemies. And even in any calculations, you will have like 100 or like double damage, not 4 times damage like it was pre-nerf, but only like 2.5 or 2 multiplier and so on. So that's if you count realistically, diversities are like they are better even in my manner, even if you place them like in same way, but mathematically that you can recheck, and I ask you to recheck me that maybe I did mistake somewhere, but I'm sure that I didn't. But if you even count diversities are working versus flyers, versus frost orcs, versus bosses, versus, and you always have like bosses and normal units that cannot be can never be 3 times empty all together, because
Yes.
and so
We
on.
don't. No. 2 times NT already should give slightly higher numbers at least. So
No, they are not
we're
given.
gonna have to
That
check
I
that
did
in
show
that
in my video, and I will tell you very much thank if you show me that I'm wrong, but I assure you that I did nothing wrong there in these calculations. So
I think
okay.
next time what we should do is we should have, each of us present exactly their point of view and their math, and then look for differences. Because
Okay,
currently
I'd
it's
say like this,
mostly
if you don't
going
mind.
very slowly.
I'd making this conclusion that let's make first close calculations, find your spreadsheet. I'm open to help you, test something. You can write me like, hey Nick, test this, test that. You already have my relics, and I can place different combinations that will, some of them I know without Frostbite Tower, I think your calculations will be right, because maybe Frostbite Tower is breaking your calculations and so on. So we can find mistake, and after we find mistake, we can call each other again and check our calculations and make a final big point inside this dispute. So I think it's like this. Okay, thank you for joining stream, and let's find out in future streams who's right.
Yeah.
Okay, thank
See you at some point later.
Okay, but anyways, like I said right at start, that I thank you that we can have polite and civilized talk, like I did myth all the time, and literally no one could start talking with me about their math, about something, and I really appreciate it. And if you want, I can stop calling my video. I think I will stop it on my own, because I already I'm already not interested in this war, because it's, for me, it's did end with my last video where I did explain all my points out very I don't like, my English is not very well, but I still mathematically did I think for me, I did explain it very well in my last video is with big point of anti-dispute. And I repeat again
All
that
right.
historically, I was first my videos were meta built for me, and I really trust in this. But in future videos, all that conversation was about DPS. So we should understand that, of course, in some cases I will use boosted grasp, and of course, in some cases I can use double proton, double trap, and so on. But it's not concerning about our main dispute about DPS. What's better? Because anti guys were stating that anti is better even in pure DPS calculations. If you are not taking in mind that you cannot have 3 times antis everywhere and so on. But even if this would be true, I state that diversity are still better, starting from 200 DU.
Yeah, well, my opinion is that diversity is better than one anti, but it's not better than 2 antis.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what,
This
that's
is
my conclusion.
let it be our comma in our conversation. So if we wanna dispute and make a big point for now, so take in future videos, in future our call sessions, we can find this out. Okay, so goodbye everyone.
Yes.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Random.